Welcome everyone to the first annual Ultimate PlayStation Fan Trivia Contest Bonanza. I'm your host Fonzie. I'm joined by my self-proclaimed PlayStation expert, Callum Monroe. On the line are these exclusive L2R2 PlayStation Podcast stickers and magnets, which you can see here, that I maybe agreed to send Callum months ago, that I'm finally holding hostage now as the prize for this contest. Now, Callum, as a self-proclaimed expert in all things PlayStation, your words. How do you feel going into this challenge? I've got 30 questions lined up for you about PlayStation hardware, sales, and first-party games.
I'm worried. I'm not good at quizzes. Even if it's something I possibly know somewhere in my brain, I'm not very good at remembering numbers or just things like that. So hopefully I'll do have a respectable performance, but I'm not promising anything.
Well, this is for all the marbles. So if you do poorly, then I told you I'm gonna pay some UK hooligan to go and destroy your PS5 in front of you. So maybe Sam, if he's keen.
I've just started the trivia music, and that is terrifying. It makes me feel like who's the host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in the States?
So now, and I forget if Regis Philbin died. I believe he did, but before he did, they switched gears to another well-known late night host, Jimmy Kimmel. I want to say, yeah, Jimmy Kimmel takes it over now. So apparently it's still on TV.
Yeah, we've got Jeremy Clarkson over here on the new ones from Top Gear and the Grand Tour. Yeah. But he used to be a guy called Chris Tarrant, who has like a really funny sort of voice that all impersonators always do. But yeah, you definitely resemble a young Chris Tarrant, I reckon.
I get that, from homeless people on the street. They tell me that all the time.
Yeah.
All right, Cam, let's segue into our first question here. So there are a couple of multiple choice, so you have that to lean on, and then some where I'm just using your brain and it's just what's off the top of your head. So let's switch here into our questions. Alrighty, Callum.
This music is terrifying.
I have my cool sound effect. Okay. Here we go. Okay, Callum. The PlayStation was first designed as a companion to this gaming console. Sony Dreamcast, Super Nintendo, or Sega Genesis?
As a companion. Oh, I see. So it sort of came out around the same time. I suppose you can't say that, can you? I'm gonna go for Dreamcast.
The Sega Dreamcast, or Sony Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so that is incorrect, Callum. Sony originally designed the PlayStation as a CD-ROM companion to the SNES. The new system would play both discs in standard SNES cartridges. So that's.
I'm going to blame the question there. I
don't know. So yeah, well, maybe there's some vagueness in there, but yeah, originally there's a deal with Nintendo and Sony to make a CD add-on to that Super Nintendo, and that failed. Yeah. Ended up going with I want to say Philips CDI.
Yeah.
And eventually Sony said, hey, we got the hardware, we're going to just make a console, and it was born from there. Ready, Callum? Yeah. Next.
That's so annoying, because I knew that story and everything, but...
apparently you didn't, so... Alright, Callum, next one here. Alrighty. The United States Air Force built a supercomputer out of PS3s. Is this true or false? The United States Air Force built a supercomputer out of PS3s.
I mean, it sounds like something ridiculous that the United States would do, but I'm going to say false, just because surely PS3s are far slower than supercomputers.
Alrighty, final answer, Callum. So it is true.
Yeah.
In 2010, the U.S. Air Force Research... So in 2010, the U.S. Air Force Research Laboratory made a supercomputer by combining 1,700 PS3 consoles. The so-called Condor cluster is capable of performing 500 trillion floating point operations per second, or teraflops, so 500 teraflops. It was considered the fastest piece of computing hardware the military had at the time. In comparison, the PS5 clocks in at about 10.28 teraflops.
God, that's 2 out of 2 that I've got wrong. I need to step it up.
2 out of 2. So apparently they did this because it was way cheaper to daisy chain and connect a bunch of PS3s to do computing versus like buying a legit supercomputer. So
yeah, Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then also in 2010, so Sony stopped the ability to do that. They, through some software update, no longer can you like chain PS5s or PS4s together. They stopped that after PS3s for some
Did the United States Air Force then bomb their headquarters out as a reaction?
Maybe that's why the PSN went down. Maybe that's
yeah, maybe, yeah.
Alrighty, Callum, we got the next question here. A bunch of stuff. Got my sound. Alrighty. So what year did the original PlayStation hit store shelves in the UK? So what year did the original PlayStation hit the store shelves in the UK? Is it 1993, 1994, 95, or 1992?
It's either 94 or 95. But I'm going to say 1994.
Final answer.
Yes.
1994. So it's wrong. 1995. The PlayStation launched September 29th, 1995 in Europe.
This is bad. I was born then as well. That was the year I was born. I should know that.
Oh boy.
But I thought it was 94. I went for 94 because I thought if it was the year I was born, surely that would be like imprinted in my brain, but it's not. So.
Are you sure you're not maybe like a Nintendo expert or a Stadia expert?
Yeah, I'm actually a massive Xbox fan.
Okay, we'll switch into our next question here. Who created PlayStation? Is it Shigeru Miyamoto, Ryoji Akagawa, Fujio Maruyama, I'm going to butcher these, or Ken Kutaragi? So who created PlayStation? Shigeru Miyamoto, Ryoji Akagawa, Fujio Maruyama, or Ken Kutaragi? I'm realizing now you can't see these, so you're just basing on my my horrible pronunciation.
I'm pretty sure I recognize all of them. Or maybe that's just because they're just typical Japanese names, but
some are key in the gaming industry, and I think some.
Yeah, Miyamoto, I'm pretty sure is Nintendo.
We don't have any live
I don't know this one.
Gotta swing for the fences. I guess you can kind of eliminate what you think is the less likely. Well, you have one that maybe you think is the less likely candidate. I'll say him again. Shigeru.
I'm gonna go
Ryoji Akagawa, Fujio Maruyama, or Ken Kutaragi?
I'm gonna go with Ken Kutaragi.
Final answer.
Yes.
That is correct. Known as the father of the PlayStation, Ken Kutaragi is a former chairman and CEO of Sony Computer Entertainment. He led the company's hardware engineering divisions, responsible for creating the first ever PlayStation. Nice, Callum. You got one.
And that's the one I felt least confident about.
We're off to a good start then. Next question here is, what was the best-selling game for the original PlayStation console? Is it Grand Theft Auto, Gran Turismo, or Final Fantasy? The best-selling game for the original PlayStation console. Grand Theft Auto.
Gotta be Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 7. Final answer.
Okay, it is Gran Turismo. Players bought more than 10.85 million copies of Gran Turismo, making it the best-selling game for the first PlayStation console.
Bunch of racing nerds.
Yeah, I think at that time, for sure. Ready, Cal? I'm not doing so hot. We'll move on to the next one here.
No.
What year did Sony discontinue the original PlayStation? Is it 1998, 2004, or 2008? What year did Sony discontinue the original PlayStation? 98.
Oh, 2004.
That's your final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. The PlayStation was discontinued in 2004 after selling more than 100 million units around the world. So you're 2 for, I can't count, 2 for 8 or whatever. Something like that. Now
Not good.
Yeah, not good. Next one here is, what year was the PlayStation 2 released? Was it 1998, 1999, or 2000?
It was 2000 final answer.
2000 final answer. That is correct. PlayStation 2 came out in March 2000 in Japan and reached the US by October that same year, Europe as well. Getting the hang of things, getting into the swing of it. Alrighty. What year did Sony release the first portable version of the PlayStation? Is that 2003, 2005, or 2007?
It's a tough one.
Yes, the Sony. What year did Sony release the first portable version?
I'm thinking of PSP, but I reckon there was probably some weird laptop PlayStation or something that you're probably referring to. I'm gonna go for that reason. I'm going 2003.
Gotcha. The first, so it's, you know, the question itself is key. So the first portable version of the PlayStation. So 2003, 2005, or 2007. You're sticking with 2000. Was it 3? You said
3.
So that is incorrect. 2005. The PlayStation Portable, or PSP, came out in 2005.
Yeah.
And was designed to store photos and play multimedia as well as play games. So there wasn't a trick there. It is the PSP. Callum. Alrighty. So next question here. You're sweating yet? You're feeling it?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm really feeling it. Especially considering I've got like none of them right.
Yeah. There's some nerdy ones in here too. So, but yeah, a lot of these are years and dates. Okay. How many games were ultimately released for the PlayStation 2? Is it 100, 1,000, or 10,000? How many games were released for the PlayStation 2 in its entirety? 100.
It's got to be 10,000, surely.
10,000.
10,000 is my final answer. Yeah,
Alrighty.
Surely.
So that is correct. Game makers were still releasing PlayStation 2 games a decade after the system was launched. Eventually, the game catalog for PS2 grew to more than 10,000 titles. Ready, so we got 1 in the books, maybe 4 correct, I think, at this point. Next one here is, when did Sony launch the PlayStation Network? The 2002, 2004, 2006. When did they launch the PlayStation Network?
2006, final answer. With the PS3.
2006. Alrighty, that is correct. Sony launched the PlayStation Network along with the PS3 in 2006. The network allowed for multiplayer, online gaming on the PS3, PSP, and future consoles. That is correct, Callum. Yeah, Sam in the chat mentions it's ridiculous how many games are on that PS2 console. I think every single movie ever had a game at that time, and I think you're correct there, Sam.
It did. Yeah.
Callum, next question. Which system featured the tagline, "Live in your world, play in ours"? Is it PS1, PS2, PS3, or PS4? Which system featured the tagline, "Live in your world, play in ours"?
It's one I don't recognize, so I want to say PS1, but I'm not sure that. I'd imagine with PS1 it would be like a really outlandish tagline because it's like gaming's quite new around then. Live in your world, play in ours. Yeah, I'm gonna go with PS1. Final answer.
One final answer. That is incorrect. It is the PlayStation 2. This slogan, which used shapes from the game controller to replace certain letters, was used to sell the PlayStation 2. And for sure in the US, I'm assuming the UK as well. I don't think they have different marketing.
Oh no, I don't think it had it in the UK actually. I think that might.
Oh yeah, okay. All right. What are the judges on that? Our next question here. What do the white towers on the PS2 start screen represent? The size of stored games, the skyscrapers of Japan, just random decoration, or system clock time? What do the white towers on the PS2 start screen represent? I'll give the options again. The size of stored games, the size skyscrapers of Japan, just random decoration, or system clock time?
So I thought it was how long you spent on a get. Is that what does system clock time mean? Is that like?
So that is if we're going to the judges, that would be the system itself keeping track of time. And I guess in the sense of representing that in the white towers as that possible option.
I'm going to go with size of stored games.
Final answer.
Yeah.
That is correct. The white towers on the PS2 start screen represent the size of the stored games on the memory card. If you start the game without a memory card, the screen will be blank. Got that one correct, Callum. On to the next one here. Why did gamers launch a massive lawsuit against Sony in 2005? Is it high console pricing, limited game availability, disk read error, or memory card shortage? Why did gamers launch a massive lawsuit against Sony in 2005?
Memory card shortage, final answer.
So that is incorrect. Players banded together to launch a lawsuit against Sony in 2005 due to a common disk read error problem with the PS2. After losing the lawsuit, Sony agreed to give each claimant $25 in cash, a free PS2 game, or a free console repair to settle the case.
Invented that story in my head. I thought that was completely correct then. I thought that there was a genuine memory card shortage. Unless that is a thing.
You are correct, but as far as the lawsuit goes...
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. That makes sense, actually, because I remember constantly being terrified that that my PS2 was going to not read the disc, and it happened all the time. So I can sympathize with that.
Gotcha. Well, got it wrong. I'm losing faith in you by every question, Callum. On to the next one here. Which of these groups may be responsible for hacking the PlayStation Network in April 2011? Is it Anonymous, HackerCo, 4chan, or Reddit?
I'm going to say...
Which of these groups?
I thought they were called something to do with like a lizard or something.
Maybe thinking of that conspiracy that they're lizard people.
Yeah, I might be actually. I'm going to say Anonymous just because that was around the time that they were doing all their cringy stuff, so probably them. But I'm not 100% sure. But that is my final answer.
Give me your answer again. Sorry.
Anonymous.
Anonymous. Alrighty, final answer. That is correct.
Yeah.
A file left on the PSN was named Anonymous, indicating some members of the decentralized group may have been responsible. The group has denied any involvement in the attack, however. Getting back into it, Callum. Question here. How long did it take Sony to bring the PlayStation Network back online after it was hacked? Was it less than 3 days? More than a week? More than 3 weeks? Or more than 2 months? How long did it take PlayStation Network back online after it was hacked?
It's really weird because when it got hacked, I did play. I was playing online with game. You know, I was into that sort of kind of thing. So I think the PS2 was the first time I really got into multiplayer, but I don't remember it being down. I don't remember like but I'm pretty sure it was a really long time. So I'm gonna go with more than 3 weeks, and that's my final answer.
More than 3 weeks, final answer. That is correct. The PlayStation Network was down for nearly a month, 23 days, from April 20th to May 16th, 2011. So I didn't have a PS3 at the time, but I do remember that being a big deal. Next one here, Callum. PS1's unique black disc was created to help prevent scratches. This true or false?
So false. because the amount of scratch discs I had on PS1. So if this is true, I have no idea how that helped.
Yeah, so you're correct. That is false. The black ink was added to the plastic CD molds during the print process to stop piracy with PS1 discs. This did not work in the long run, as individuals easily found ways around it. It was originally for piracy. And our next question here, Callum. How much memory did the official PS2 memory card hold? Is it 8 megabytes, 32 megabytes, 12 megabytes, or 6 megabytes? How much memory did the official PlayStation 2 memory card hold?
8 megabytes is my final answer.
That is correct. In the age of gigabytes and terabytes, it is crazy to think that official memory cards for the PS2 held only a few megabytes, especially when it was only a measly 8 megabytes. So in comparison, PS4 save files are around 11 megabytes in size, just for the one memory save for PS4. Doing good, getting better, getting better. Next question here, Callum. What was the biggest selling game for the PS2? Was it GTA San Andreas, Gran Turismo 4, Final Fantasy X, or X? I don't know about Final Fantasy. And Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. Biggest selling game for PS2.
I'm going to go with Gran Turismo 4, final answer.
Is that influenced by the last one you got wrong, you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty, final answer. That is incorrect. It is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. GTA San Andreas has sold 17.33 million copies to date.
Jesus.
Alrighty, Callum, the next question.
You got me there. You got me there. You put Gran Turismo there for that reason, didn't you?
Yes. Nope, it's not intentional. Not trying to trick you. Alrighty, Callum, moving on to some PlayStation game trivia. What is the full name of the fictional virus that plagues the world in The Last of Us? What is the full name of the fictional virus in The Last of Us?
The cordyceps virus, final answer.
All right, this one will have to go to the judges. So the official name is the cordyceps brain infection, abbreviated as CBI, is a parasitic fungal infection that has devastated mankind in The Last of Us. So cordyceps brain function, you got cordyceps in there, so maybe that's a half point something.
That's the hardest word out of the three as well. Brain and infection. Cordyceps is the hardest one.
Yeah, might as well be cordyceps brain thingamagoo.
Yeah, that gives me. I'm learning a lot with every question I get wrong. At least that fills in the knowledge that I didn't have. So
that's good. That's positive.
Yeah.
Glass half empty kind of thing. Ready to come our next question here. Which defunct Sony studio developed The Getaway? Is it Big Big Studios, Team Soho, Guerrilla Cambridge, or Studio Liverpool? Which now defunct studio developed The Getaway?
That's a tough one because it was published by Rockstar, I want to say.
Could be, I don't know.
So I'm pretty sure I remember the Rockstar logo the most, because I love those games. I'm going to say Team Soho, final answer.
Team Soho, final answer. I was looking up to see if I could find the publisher. Alrighty, that is correct. Team Soho. The same year, the studio was closed and merged with Psygnosis, Camden Studio, to form London Studio, where the sequel The Getaway Black Monday was developed. London Studio also developed 2019's PSVR exclusive Blood and Truth, which is the closest we have been to a Getaway sequel to date. Is correct. I didn't play much of The Getaway, but it always looked really cool, and I wanted them to, you know, it was almost like a companion or an alternate to like Grand Theft Auto. I love that they were set in the UK. I wanted that series to kind of keep going.
Yeah, it is. They're brilliant games, and I remember the first game in particular like blew me away because when you went upstairs, like he actually took each step at a time, which like even today like is not in every game, but that every time. Even today, when I see that in a game, I always think of The Getaway. So, yeah, they're brilliant games.
Nice. Question. What is the fictional species name for Daxter's character in the Jak and Daxter franchise? species name for the Daxter character in Jak and Daxter?
I can't remember.
I did this one especially for you because I figure you're such a huge Jak and Daxter fan, apparently.
I'm sure it's something like Weasel or something, but what is it? Oh my god!
You can phone a friend if you think you do have a friend that I don't have him on the line, but if you do know somebody.
I should know this one.
You're free to throw one out there if you want.
I just keep remembering Lombax from Ratchet and Clank, and that's just sort of like taking it over. Because I know that he falls in the dark eco, and then he comes out and he's the creature. Is it something like Otter or something like that? I'm gonna have to pass because I can't remember. When you say it, I'm just gonna make me scream.
Well, we'll go with your final one, Otter. So it's very close. So Daxter species is known as an Ottsel. This is actually one of the early names. So this is one of the early names species for Crash Bandicoot, the Universal Interactive wanted at the time of the first game's development. So the Ottsel.
So I said Otter and Weasel, so that's similar. But I just couldn't remember that. But
sounds a bit of a tough
I'm glad that I know now.
Now it's burned.
I've got him tattooed on my arm.
Oh, tattoo Ottsel on there too, because apparently.
Yeah, I think I will.
They kind of here. What was the name of the X-rated minigame hidden in GTA San Andreas? Is it Hot Whiskey, Cold Beer, Cold Shower, or Hot Coffee? The X-rated minigame hidden in GTA San Andreas. Very controversial.
San Andreas is like one of the out of the two on PS2. I played Vice City much more than I played San Andreas, but Hot Coffee rings a bell. I just see what Sam said.
Yeah, Sam just chiming in the chat. The fictional species known as the otter.
It was close. I'm gonna say Hot Coffee.
Hot Coffee final answer. That is correct. Developers hid an X-rated minigame within GTA known as Hot Coffee. It was quickly exposed by hackers until developers released a patch to remove the illicit content. I do remember this being a huge deal, that there was some kind of sex-related thing. But flash forward to now, where The Witcher and Cyberpunk, so many games have like full-blown sex scenes, and no one bats an eye. It was a big deal then.
It's and I think it's kind of weirder. Well, I suppose it'd make more sense for them to be bigger back then, because it's kind of like, for example, when you have someone like taking a pee or something in a game, that you can never see anything just because it's always not worth the extra work that goes into like rendering that or whatever. But so you would expect it to be more of a thing. I remember in like God of War, when you had the sort of sex scenes, it was like the camera would pan away and it'd just be like a button mash thing. But yeah, they're definitely a lot more explicit now.
Right, and GTA paved the way for sex scenes in games. Got our next question. What is the name of Ratchet's home planet in the Ratchet and Clank series? What is the name of Ratchet's home planet? Ratchet and Clank series. Another series that you claim to have played and know about. I wonder, is Callum your real name? Do you really live in the UK? There's a lot in question now. Ratchet's home planet in the Ratchet.
I really can't remember.
Do some words come to mind? Some possible names in there?
I can remember the Metropolis sort of planet where you meet Quark for the first time, Captain Quark. It's been so long since I played a Ratchet and Clank game. I mean, the last one was the PS4 one. I feel like I'll know it when you say it, but I just can't remember.
It's not good enough to wait till after I say it, but
no, I know. I feel like it's there, maybe, but is it like a? See, I bet I'm gonna like the Daxa question. I'm gonna say something that's like really close to it. I remember the name of the galaxy is the Solana Galaxy. That's not the planet. Something like Quartu is my final answer.
Final answer?
Quartu, yeah.
So that is incorrect. It is Veldin.
Veldin, yeah, of course. I'm sure Quartu's a planet in Ratchet and Clank.
Sure. Many planets.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Veldin is the correct name.
Yeah. I think it was Quartu was where the factory was, where Clank came from, I believe. But yeah, no, I should have known that.
On to our next one. Which celebrity was Nathan Drake's initial design based upon? One's a bit tough. Matt Damon.
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. Final answer?
Yeah.
I got some other options here. I got Johnny Knoxville or David Boreanaz.
The only reason I say Mark Wahlberg is because when he was cast as Sully, people were saying that he was originally the person in mind to play Nathan Drake. But then obviously, because the film's taken so long to happen, he's now playing Sully. But whether or not he was designed based upon him, he's kind of Johnny Knoxville though. I mean, I don't think he's anything like Mark Wahlberg at all. I don't know who David Boreanaz is.
I'm not sure. I know. I'm sure I've seen a picture of him, but
I'm gonna say Mark Wahlberg just because of what I've heard in relation to the film.
Alrighty, Callum. Well, don't believe everything you read. It is Johnny Knoxville.
That's interesting. Though I never knew that.
In a 2015 discussion with The Verge, Naughty Dog veteran Josh Schur revealed that Johnny Knoxville was used as the basis for Nathan Drake during the game's original pitch when Uncharted went under the moniker of Project Big. Johnny Knoxville. I'm
not too sad about that because that's actually really interesting, and I had no idea that was a thing. So
right.
Yeah.
Our next one here. Another Uncharted question, a bit tough here. What is Nate and Sam's real last name from the Uncharted series? Is it Morgan, Drake, Fisher, or Sullivan? Nate and Sam's real last name.
It's not Drake. I haven't played. The annoying thing is, Uncharted 4, I've only played once, and I played it when it first came out. And I know that's where it's. Well, I imagine that's where it's revealed. Obviously, with Sam in it. I'm gonna say Morgan. Final answer.
Morgan. Final answer. That is correct. Nate and Sam's real last name is Morgan. This is revealed in Uncharted 4, where their mother's name is revealed to be Cassandra Morgan. Correct, Callum. Getting better. Only took you 25 questions or whatever. Ready to come our next one here. Which Sony studio created the Siphon Filter series? Is it Bend Studio, London Studio, 989 Studios, or Team Soho?
Bend Studio, final answer.
Bend Studio, final answer. That is correct. Known as Eidetic during that time, Siphon Filter was a second game developed by Bend after their mixed reception from Bubsy 3D on PS1. Sony trusted Bend
with this... Bubsy 3D, of course.
Sony trusted Bend with this new title since they had experience working on PlayStation and had a 3D engine capable of making it a reality. Sony purchased Eidetic after the success of Siphon Filter, and thus the new Bend Studio name was applied. Nice, Callum. You got that one down. On to our next question here. What is the name of the Killer Clown character from the Twisted Metal franchise? No multiple choice on this one.
I don't know. Twisted Metal isn't something that I've really ever been into, but I think I'd probably know it because he's in the PlayStation All-Stars game, isn't he?
Yes.
It's another. It's another one that I probably shouldn't know because I've never played them, but
pretty big.
I feel like
PlayStation character though.
Yeah, I feel like I do know it.
Killer Clown character in the Twisted Metal franchise.
PlayStation All Stars is definitely going to be the way I get this because that's what I can remember him most in. Is it Calypso? And that's the final answer.
Final answer. That is incorrect. There is a character named Calypso. So his name is Sweet Tooth.
Oh yes, yeah, okay.
There was extra points for his actual full-blown name, Marcus Needles Kane. You had that, but Sweet Tooth.
Oh yeah, no. Okay.
Well, on to the next one. How long was The Last Guardian in development? Is it 4 years, 5 years, 9 years, or 12 years? How long was The Last Guardian in development?
I'm pretty sure it came out like 2016, 2015, and I know that the previous game was PS2. So I'm going to go with 12 years. Final answer.
12 years. Final answer. That is close. It is 9 years. Team Ico began developing The Last Guardian in 2007, with Sony revealing it at E3 2009, with a planned release in 2011 for the PS3. It suffered numerous delays. Ueda and other Team Ico members departed Sony, forming the studio Gen Design. Sony's Japan studio took over technical development and released the game in 2016. 9 years in development hell. Switch in from developers. Go to our next one here, Callum. Which of these studios has made the most games for PlayStation? Is it Sucker Punch Productions, Naughty Dog, Guerrilla Games, or San Diego Studio? Made the most games for PlayStation.
Tough one. So I know San Diego make MLB The Show, which I imagine come out every year. I mean, I've no idea about baseball, so I don't know whether it's like annualized like other sports or whether not enough people care about it that it's not. Naughty Dog did, 4 Crash games, 4 Jak and Daxter games, 4 Uncharted games. Well, 5 Uncharted games, 2 Last of Us. It's got to be Naughty Dog. I'm going to go with Naughty Dog. Final answer.
Final answer. Alrighty, that is incorrect. It is Sony or San Diego Studio. They're the makers of the MLB The Show franchise, which is annualized every year. So they are the winners there of the most PlayStation games. So this is the last one here, and it's bonkers. I don't believe you'll actually get it, but this is our final answer for all the marbles. How many of the PlayStation's iconic button symbols can be found on the back of the PS Vita? So if you remember, the PS Vita on the back has a bunch of those little symbols. Is it 789, 921, 1301, or 1638?
There's 4 symbols, so it's got to be a multiple of 4. So
now they're in a grid pattern and they fill up that entire back, so
none of those are multiples of 4, are they? So I have no idea.
No math or stocks, but
are they multiples of 4?
I will allow you to use your calculator in this one.
Okay. Okay.
As long as you don't Google it.
No, I won't. No. No. Can't even use a calculator.
I guess what would you do? Just divide these by 4, each of them, and see which ones.
Yeah, none of them are divisible by 4. I'm gonna go with.
I give you an option again, or the options. So 789, 921, 1301, or 1638.
I'm gonna give 921 final answer.
So, all the marbles. It is 1638.
Jesus, that's so many. I'll never look at my Vita the same again.
1638. So, Callum, I didn't keep track, but after all of these, it looks like you got, what, maybe half correct, I want to say, roughly?
Yeah, I think that'd be putting it nicely. Yeah, I didn't do too well, actually. But like I said, it was I was still blaming the first one on the question. But it was nice. Nice. I managed to learn some things, which is good. I've probably forgotten most of them already, but
that's the thing.
No, I really enjoyed that. It was really good fun.
There's some tough ones in there.
It was yeah, and now my true identity as somebody who doesn't actually own a PlayStation and I only play Xbox is now official and out there.
Well, Callum, since you've been such a good sport, I will send you these stickers free of charge, hopefully not a month from now, but I will send them to you as agreed. Callum, thank you for playing.
Yeah, that's great, actually.
Thank you for playing the Ultimate PlayStation Fan Trivia Contest Bonanza. We'll maybe try again next year and see if you've gained any knowledge on PlayStation whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm gonna scrupulously revise everything to do with PlayStation now. It's gonna be like a year-long Rocky Balboa training montage. Me doing push-ups, reading PlayStation magazines, archives and stuff.
Drinking raw eggs.
Yeah.